Good day, folks. This is Judy at Green Pastures Farm. We're getting ready to move the bull mob. We had them on about 4 acres last night. There's 76 bulls in here, and these are all yearling, up to, well, there's some 26, 27-month-old bulls in here. More yearlings than 2-year-olds. There's quite a few yearlings. But anyway, the boys just took the wire down in front of me, Isaac and Ben. I'm at the back. And here we go. They're going to go into a beautiful piece of grass here. I want to show you what they're going into. And it's quite breathtaking. This is a lease farm, and the cattle haven't been on this particular piece of grass that we're going to be going into for about 35 days. So it's had a good rest, and it's ready to go. And the bulls are used to me hollering. There they go. I heard Isaac give him a little whoop up there. It only takes one. There they go. We got a siphon going now. Some of these bulls are really starting to slick off nice. Starting to get rid of that winter hair coat. They're ready to go. I mean, they put the hammer on this. We really got some good beating on this. But this is a big long ridge, and we split it in two and gave them half on one move and half on the other, and they ate a lot of weeds in here. This is ironweed. They didn't touch that one, but they sure worked on some of these. They just kind of ate the tops out of them. And they kind of liked it down in here, it looks like. Well, there's big old cedar there. Good to rub the flies off their back with. This is a creek crossing that they're going across right here, and we're going to back fence them. So Ben and Isaac are going to take this reel, which is right there on the ground. We're just going to put it back in so they can't come back. And we'll have them on this paddock for 24 hours, and we'll move them in the morning. So we got a pond up on top for water, and of course the creek. We have been blessed. I mean, we are getting rains just about every time we need it, and sometimes we're getting it when we don't need it. But you know what? Third week, this is the 22nd. No, it's the 20th. It's the 20th of May. You don't turn down rain because we're heading towards summer. So thank you for the rain, and we're not going to complain because of this. Look at that. Oh, there's a turkey. That turkey spooked those bulls. See them? Like, what spooked those turkey? What spooked the bulls? That big old turkey just flew out of that grass over there. Man, look at the forage in here. This is some primo stuff. 833 is getting a big old bite of orchard grass. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, big old mouthful of grass. He's gonna put on 4 pounds today. His britches look like they're full now. You can hardly stick another bite in there. That's what you want. Them looking like they got their britches full. Hey, Ben and Isaac, what do y'all think of this bottom? Does it look pretty good?
Way better than a lot of ticks. Way better than last time.
A lot of ticks.
It's tall grass. Bulls are gonna do backflips.
Yeah, they seem to be pretty happy from where they were at.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, where they were at was pretty good too.
Yeah.
They're just getting better and better grass as they go.
Yeah. Well, I noticed when we brought them in, something spooked them over there.
The turkey?
And the big old turkey,
really?
yeah, big old turkey flew up right in front of them. Let's walk up here and see what they're eating, guys. It looks like they're investigating right now. They're doing a little bit more walking than eating. They want to see how far this goes. So Ben and Isaac and I, this is about an 8-acre bottom. And what we did is we protected the bales. Those are bales that we bought last year we never fed. They're setting up on poles. We got those protected, and then we split this bottom right down the middle. And so they're going to get this side today. They'll be drinking from the creek. Then tomorrow, they'll have access to that pond up there. We got them drinking out of the pond. We don't have the tire tank in yet, but they're not in the pond. They can just drink under the water. Man, that bull there's putting on, isn't he?
Yeah.
My goodness.
Look at that one slipped off already.
Yeah. Well, that's the bull that's got the short ears.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. He's slick. Look at this one right here. I think that's a yearling right here, isn't it? Is that a...
Is that 8?
Yep. You know your bulls. You nailed him. 890. Yeah, he's a dandy. One thing we try and emphasize is the bone structure on your bulls. We were always taught, and as we grew up, your bull had to have a big old bone in his legs. You don't have a big old bone, you don't have a bull. It's just the opposite, folks. You want bulls that have fine bones. You're going to have more meat and less bone. You can't eat the bone. So it doesn't do any good to get a great big old bone on your bull. That's going to be a high maintenance animal. So if we got fine, dense bones like these, see that? It's going to give you fine, dense bones in your heifers. And 890, you got an ugly running mate there. That's a steer.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to be a steer. Well, look at this one over here, folks. That's not... Yeah, but we're just walking through some of the best feed that you can hope to put on a.
There's a lot more diversity here than the last one we were in.
Yes,
Sure.
yes. Wow, look at that.
You got your white clover, your bluegrass, orchard grass. I don't even know what that is.
That is ironweed.
Okay.
Yep. You just did that with one handful.
Yeah.
We didn't pick and choose at all.
Did y'all see Isaac when he grabbed that, how easily that broke off in his hand? That's the way you can tell the palatability of your forage. If you grab a hold of it and you can't snap it off in your hand, well, the cow's going to have a harder time snapping it off. And so they take less bites, the forage goes into the gut, and the rumen has a harder time digesting it. I wanted to point out a plant here I haven't showed the boys yet. I don't know if they've got it where they live or not, but see that light colored plant right there?
This?
Yep. That is a legume. You know what that is? The cattle love it, by the way. It looks like a wild soybean plant, but it's not. A little bit like a soybean. It's stick tight.
I think I heard you talk.
Some people call it beggar's lice. It is a good one, and it's all over in here. Tonight, there probably won't be a single plant of that. Well, they won't be able to get them all, but the cows really enjoy having those. And you'll see their mouth, when they get the stick tights on, their mouths just be covered in stick tight, but they're tearing it up. Tearing it up. This is a little tree that I'm promoting right here. This is a small one. And I'm not sure what this one is. But I can tell you this, the cattle love it. There's a big one right over there. The stalk is sticking up. See between those bowls?
Yeah.
Well, this is a baby one. The cows, the bulls will find that today, and they take the leaves off of that. I'm not sure what it is. It's more of a clump. It grows in clumps. But if I see it, and I'm doing any kind of clipping with a brush hog, I always go around those. Because the cattle just adore them. So you can see the bulls are in here fairly loose. We're trying to get weight put on them. We've got a lot of grass, and so we're in animal performance mode. You want to get your bulls in good condition before you ask them to start breeding. You can see right here, this is the Japanese clover. It's actually got a seed head on it, little yellow seed. The other two names are fool's clover and hop clover. Yeah, this is pretty prime stuff if you're an animal. A ruminant, I should add. The bulls, the hair is just piling off of them right now, and it's funny, we come into the bull paddock and every day we move them, like there's another one that looks a little better than yesterday. So, heck, who knows, 7 days from now another one may rise to the cream of the crop, as they say.
All spread out.
Yeah, they're all spread out doing their thing. But you'd be surprised what 75 animals will do to this. There's, let's see, there's about 3 acres in here.
It's your ragweed.
Yeah, oh, there you go.
Is that the giant?
That's the giant ragweed, Isaac. They love that one. Yeah. There's giant ragweed, there's common ragweed, and then there's lance leaf. Thank goodness we don't see any lance leaf in here. That's the nasty one that cattle won't eat. Common ragweed, cows will eat it a little bit, but Ben's picking.
The size of that plantain.
Yeah, look at that. That's the size of your hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Turkeys flipped this one.
Oh yeah. I wonder if that's what that turkey was eating on when we spooked him a while ago. Yeah, that's a manure pet that he's. Oh, there's worms right there on top. It didn't get
Pretty
eaten.
fresh.
Yeah. I bet that turkey was. Oh man, look at this, guys.
What is that?
Look at that plant. You know what that is?
Brome?
No.
No.
No, it's Timothy.
Oh, that's Timothy.
Timothy.
Okay.
That is a beautiful Timothy plant. Look at that. You can just tell it's palatable by looking at it. Beautiful leaves. Very tender to the. So when you run your hands on it, it's very smooth. Very smooth. Fescue, when you run your hand up a fescue leaf, it's got more coarseness to it. But yeah, that's a beautiful plant. Quite a bit of it in here. This is a field we did a farm tour on years ago, and I took a picture of the 2 people in here, and the Timothy was over their head. And these were, 5'10", 6 foot guys. It was taken in July, and the Timothy was over their head, the seed heads. It looked like they were standing in a forest of Timothy. So, heck, we may have that to look forward to. Who knows? We're keeping it grazed a little shorter in these days, but it was amazing. Here's a honey locust. That's the one that's got the thorns on it. The cattle are going to work that over. They'll be chewing on the leaves of that here in a little bit. Queen Anne's lace. Oh man, there's a big one. Yep. Oh, wild carrot. That's going down the gullet or something. Yep, another manure pad all chewed up down in there. I can't imagine why there's so many turkeys in here. There's a lot of food. The red clover, that's the most I've seen right there as far as seeded out already. That's got a lot of seed on it. Maybe we'll have more clover. There's a few dandelions. Somebody said that they don't ever see any dandelions in my field. Well, there's one. There's 2, and there's 3. So I got 3 dandelions. Dandelions, I don't worry about them. People get all freaked out about dandelions. I don't. Just manage for what you want. So if you want good grass, just don't overgraze your grass. Give it a good full recovery period, and it will outcompete the dandelions.
There's a good yearling right there. That's that one, 920. Right there.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Slicked off one.
Well, that's a yearling. There's 2 of them.
Yeah.
That other one's a 9 model too.
Yeah.
Yeah, both of those are slicked off already. Wow. There's a 9 model behind him that's not slicked off.
Here comes the 9.
Yeah, here comes all the 9s. It's like a an army of 9s coming.
This is where they took a bite.
Oh yeah, look at this.
That's cool.
So Isaac just found that. Look at that. Isaac, put your arm down in there. Just stick your arm all the way down. Look at that. So it's right there. Now pull your arm out. Okay, they just took the top off, so they left 12 inches. Look at that. I mean, they just took the tip off. That's where the energy's at. Folks, how long has it been since we've seen the sun?
Maybe 4 or 5 days, something like that.
It's been cloudy.
It's been cloudy. And so one of the hardest times to get good animal performance is in a prolonged cloudy period. You don't have any energy in your grass. You got to have sunlight. And so you'll see animals just do really poor during that period. It's a lot easier to get good performance when you have high energy plant tips, courtesy of the sun. So that's what the cows are doing, the bulls. They're trying to find the highest energy plants. Consequently, right there, they found some. And it looks like they're doing a good job on the rest of it. I see the bulls, what they did, look, you notice they're all coming back toward us? Look at that. Every single animal in here is grazing back toward us. So what did they do? When they came in,
They went to one end of the paddock and turned around and came right back.
yep. So it's almost like there's a gravitational force, you know? When they get to the end, they got to turn around and come back. Every single animal in here is going that way.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing? Look, all we see is butts now leaving us.
They don't want to get left behind.
They don't want to get left behind, and there might be something out there that another bull's going to get.
They're not
So,
even grazing.
They're just walking around
bite and
looking
walk.
for the best. They're looking for the candy. That's what they're doing. And we got down here this morning, they were all laying down. I would say 70% of them were laying down up here in the shade. So it tells us that they were full.
Just waiting
They're just waiting. And today, guys, we were actually,
early.
yeah, we were about 3 hours early because we came over here and dealt with the sheep. And I told the boys, I said, we're here, let's just go do the bulls. So we're kind of ahead of schedule today. But we've got a pasture walk that we're going to tomorrow, a farm pasture walk. And so we're trying to get everything set up today so we can do that tomorrow and not have to do too much on Thursday. So, oh man, wow.
Who's that?
It
God.
looks like maybe 814.
That's got to be
I
814.
thought I saw E14 walk by, but that must be him.
That's got to be him. He is a man. He's so thick. Golly.
Yeah.
He almost hurts your eyes to look at. Well, he does.
Too beautiful.
Let's look at this next one that's going to hurt our eyes. He's coming toward us up here. Let's walk toward him. Folks, you want a pretty picture of a grass genetic animal. You're going to see it here in about 30 seconds. It's the only 3-year-old bull we have in here. We sell all of our bulls when they're 2, but this one was so pretty and so thick and slick and just the most awesome bull we've ever raised. I wanted to keep him for one more season. You'll see why. I mean, he is just, all he is a chunk of meat. I mean, look at that. His ass is so wide, it looks like it's going to explode.
He just waddles.
He just waddles when he
Got the
walks.
fat man waddle.
Yeah, he's got the fat man waddle, as Ben says. That's right. God, he's got an ass on him. Nice set of nuts, no hair on them, very tight sheath, super docile. You know, docility, that's worth a lot. Docility is huge. You don't want animals that are stupid, that run from you. We had a guy come here for a farm tour the other day, and he said, well, if these were my cows, and we walked into them, they'd all be over there in the woods. Y'all remember that?
Yep.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter who it was. It's just that's common with a lot of herds. People don't have them as tame as this. Our animals are very tame and docile, and we like that. The bulls had a little accident the other day. We put them.
For a little stroll.
They went for a stroll. We put them on a farm, and we didn't realize that the fence was missing in one spot in a big old cedar grove along the road. And the neighbor said, called me up and said, Greg, there's 13 of them down here on the gravel road. It's the first time we've ever had animals out like that. And we went down there. Ben got in the front on the four-wheeler, let out a war whoop, and Isaac and I were behind them. What'd they do?
They just walked right on.
Walked right up the road. Back to the paddock, right through the gate.
What was crazy is they were going up the road. Isaac and I were behind them. Ben got the gate open. There were still 50 to 60, probably 55, still in the pasture, in those cedars. They came walking out on the road, following their buddies going up the road.
Came right out the same spot the other
Came right out the same spot the others did. And they're like, well, where are you all going? Walked them back in the field, and nothing ran. Nothing was urgent, and it was awesome. Piece of polywire, we got them in.
Can't have a price on that.
No, and we didn't leave them there. We put them in a new paddock that had hot fence on it. So we're going to fix that area. But yeah, that happens sometimes. Thank goodness it wasn't on a blacktop. But anyway, I'm going to sign off. Everyone new to the channel, on the way out, hit that subscribe button. And a bunch of y'all, we're going to see you at our September grazing school. Find out more about that on our website, greenpasturesfarm.net. We'll see y'all down the road.